G'day all. Today I'm on top of a hill here in the Talbot area, and it's actually known as the largest quartz outcrop in Victoria, and this is it right here. And it's quite a nice time of the evening right now. The sun is getting low, late August. And have a look at the quartz here. It's a pretty amazing outcrop of quartz. There's a dirty great big shaft over here. It's pretty deep. I don't know how much you can see of that, but it's pretty dark in there. But let's try and get a bit of a look. Yeah, that's pretty deep. That is pretty deep. I wouldn't want to fall down there. But let's continue on here and have a bit of a look. It's just an absolute wall of quartz. Look at that. It's a prospectors and geologists' delight. Absolutely beautiful in this light. Here's another bit of a shaft, but it's been filled in. Oh, look at that. Magnificent. Kilometres below the surface in the Earth's crust, seismic activity creates fractures we commonly know as faults. Due to incredibly high pressures and temperatures, hydrothermal fluids rich in mineral contents and generated in metamorphic processes force their way into these cracks. If any gold is present in the quartz carrying hydrothermal fluids, then it also solidifies out. After millions of years, the land's surface erodes away, eventually exposing the once deeply buried quartz veins, until they themselves start to be eroded away along with gold embedded in it. The freed gold now gravitates downhill to the lowest point, usually a gully or stream, becoming more and more worn as it travels. Now when you think about it, for all this quartz to have intruded through, there must have been a hell of a big fracture line or perhaps fault that it intruded into, because it is really a massive piece of quartz. Look at that. It's really a beautiful spot. One can really see the process of erosion, the whole mechanics of how quartz, and other rocks of course, but in this case quartz, erodes down over time. You can see you got the main body of the quartz outcrop here. And just look at the size of that whopper up there. But as you go down, you get smaller and smaller rocks, as you can see here. And you can see how the rocks down here, after you get past that big one there, are mainly small as you move down the slope. And that's really shows you in a nutshell how the process of erosion breaks down those big rocks into smaller and smaller rocks as they migrate downhill into the gullies. And of course what happens is the gold that's in that quartz, it breaks up with the quartz, and it also migrates down slope down there and ends up mostly in the gully, is concentrated in the gully. But there will be particles of gold with this quartz in the soil on its way down. It may take thousands of years for it to migrate down, and in that process it's also getting rounded, and it's also wearing away as well, so it's getting smaller and smaller until it gets down to the gully. And even then, even if it does get to the gully, it may start migrating in the gully. If it's a stream or a waterway, then it will also migrate along with the quartz, but at a much slower rate than the quartz, of course, because gold is very heavy. So there you have it. Quite an amazing place. Look at that giant ball of quartz there. Wow. Amazing. You wouldn't want that to roll down and fall on you, that's for sure.